Public Schools. I'm Dr. Avis Williams, the proud superintendent for NOLA Public Schools, and it always is an honor for me to spend time with you. Education Elevation is a 30-minute segment, and I'm hosting it each month, and it will just serve as an additional means for us to share all of the great things happening in NOLA Public Schools. So looking forward to you joining us each and every month. And each month we'll feature different guests. I do think it's important for us to elevate voices within our educational realm. And so last month, if you heard our segment, we had our amazing inaugural principal for the Leah Chase School, Crystal LaFrance. And she did an amazing job of sharing updates about the Leah Chase School just to ensure that the community is well aware of the district-run school that will open this fall. Super excited about that. And definitely enjoyed hearing her perspective and getting some information about her vision. She did a great job of doing so and gave a valuable perspective in terms of what our teachers, leaders, and staff can expect from the Leah Chase School, and even what the community can expect. But for today, I'm looking forward to once again engaging. And y'all know it's graduation season, which is one of my favorite times of the year. You know, it's a great opportunity for us to celebrate our scholars. And as an educator, it's the culmination of the work that we've done and the work that our scholars have done over the course of the last 12 or 13 years, and sometimes longer than that if they started when they were pre-K, KKK. We just love celebrating our scholars, and I am super excited today to be interviewing one of our Frederick Douglass scholars, Amari. And Amari Ann, as she has on her Zoom name, I'm so excited to see you. And not only are you a graduate, but you're the valedictorian for Frederick Douglass this year. How exciting is that?
That was super exciting. It was a really surreal moment.
I can imagine. I can imagine. You know, graduation is a big deal, and to do so at the very top of your class. I want to tell you how proud I am of you to have been able to kind of watch your journey over the last couple of years as a member of my student advisory council, and just seeing how you've blossomed. And one of the things I really love about you is how you use your voice, and you always make sure that you're inclusive and thinking things through from an equity lens. So when you think about your entire journey, what are some of the most significant lessons that you've learned, whether you're talking in the classroom or out of the classroom? What has this journey been like for you?
I think one of the biggest things that I learned recently is that, and I was talking to my older brother about this the other day. Um, and this was a part of my speech. When something is meant for you, it's always, if you put in the
Mm,
work, when something is meant for you, it's always going to be for you.
mm,
And so, like, with going to Spelman and with being Val, there were times where I was like, oh my gosh, how am I going to do this? I don't want to stay up. I don't want to do this. I don't want to do that. Um, and then towards the end, it was like, I don't know, especially with Spelman because it's so expensive. I was like, I
mm.
don't know how I'm going to make this happen. And so, like, seeing everything come together was just like kind of icing on top of the cake. So it was just really the fruits of my labor, and it
Yeah.
was the lesson I learned in that was if you put in the work for something, it's always going to be for you.
Yeah, I love that. I love that. And so, with that being said, you not only put in the work, but I know you've got goals that you want to achieve, and this is just a milestone along the way. Your high school graduation, of course, valedictorian, getting into your dream school with amazing scholarship dollars. And so, as you move forward, can you share a little bit about your short term goals, like maybe within the next year or two, and then from a long range standpoint, what are your goals?
There are a lot of groups I want to join in college. Um, um, so some of the short term things I really want to do is I really want to study abroad this
Yeah,
summer. Even shorter than that, I'm really looking forward to just having a break.
yeah, you
um,
deserve one.
That's what my mom says. So I'm really excited to have a break. But then I'm excited to do like all of the things like moving on in school. Um, I'm did I say I was excited to study abroad? I
You
think I
did say
did.
that. Now, when you think
I'm
about
excited
studying
to do
abroad,
that.
where would you like to go?
Anywhere,
Anywhere?
anywhere. Hopefully I can go international.
Yeah. Yeah. Well,
Mhm.
that would be exciting. And so when you think long term, tell us about your major and from a career standpoint, what are your plans?
So, my plans after undergrad is to go to law school, hopefully to an Ivy. And then following that, I'll practice law. I'm thinking constitutional law. I'm not completely sure yet though. And then to be a judge.
Oh, I love it. I love it. And so, in thinking about that, do you think you'll come back home to New Orleans, or where do you see yourself setting up residence from a career standpoint?
I'm also not sure about that yet, which is really
Yeah.
why I want to study abroad and travel a lot. But I do know that I'll be considering Loyola as law school because
Mhm.
then I can use my TOPS.
Yay. That would be awesome to be able to use those TOPS dollars. Yeah, absolutely. And so with that being the case, obviously it takes a lot of planning for you to get there and work, as you stated earlier. And all of that can be taxing. When you think about your journey thus far, your self-discovery, your personal growth, what challenging moments have you had over the course of your high school career, and how did you overcome those challenges?
I think some of the most okay. Last this year, I took the hardest class I ever took,
Yeah.
Spanish. And it was because I went to Hines, which was a French immersion school, and I had taken French for so many years that my
Yeah.
brain was like a French brain. And so when I was trying to do Spanish, I was like writing down French words, and so I had
Yeah.
to like retrain my brain to not get confused. Um, and so that was like trying to
Was hard.
navigate that and
Yeah.
like figuring out a new way to study for that was definitely
Mhm.
very hard.
Yeah. So what new way to study did you come up with?
Quizlet, we're
Okay.
locked in.
Hey, that works. That works. So when you look ahead, what are you most excited about in terms of the next chapter of your life?
I think I'm really excited to get to experience the environment of being at Spelman. Like it's
Mhm.
as a school that's known for connections and all around just generally really good people and
Mhm.
be in a good environment. So I'm excited to be a part of that. I was recently accepted into the honors program, so I'm
Nice.
excited to yes, I'm excited to learn from everyone there, and just have the experience overall.
Okay, I love that. I love that. So when you think about all that you've accomplished, I want you to imagine your 6-year-old self. What would you tell your younger self that might have shaped you in terms of maybe thinking about things differently. I don't know, but there's this space to where, when we think about the journey that brought us here, there's always some woulda, coulda, shoulda, the things that you wish you knew, things that you wish you said or done. If you could tell your younger self anything, what would it be?
If I could tell my younger self anything, I'd tell myself not to worry.
Yeah.
I was a worry wart. I was just worrying
Yeah.
about everything. And then like as I progressed in high school, I kind of got rid of it. And I just was a lot more go with the flow. I realized that, everything's gonna work out and fall into place. But when I was younger, I used to be really worried.
Yeah, well, I'm glad that you can reflect on that now and see that you don't have to worry. You handle your challenges and just face them head on. And I love what you said at the beginning, because at the end of the day, if it's for you, it's for you. And what I know for sure is that you have an amazingly bright future ahead of you. I am so proud of you and excited to see how you're going to change the world. What advice would you give to any of our young scholars who are thinking about graduation and thinking about their future? What advice would you give another young scholar?
Some advice that I'd give a young scholar is that anything you can imagine is possible. Which I learned firsthand with the scholarship package that I got from Spelman. Like that was
Mhm.
unseen of. It was unseen and unheard of. Really, I had never seen it. When I googled it to put it in my vision board, I literally could not find it. And so
Wow.
what that's like a testament to anything you can dream of, you can achieve if you put the work in. And so I would say don't let people around you limit,
Mhm.
what you think is possible, because if you can dream it up, you can achieve it.
I love it. I love it. And those are some great words of advice. Thank you so much for joining me today, Amari. Again, I'm super proud of you, and I know you're going to do some amazing things in your future. And I do want to say congratulations to all of our graduates for class of 2024. It's been an amazing graduation season so far, and looking forward to seeing our other amazing graduates as we move through the graduation season. Amari, thank you so much. I wish you the best. Please stay in touch. I want to hear about all the great things that you're doing and the things that you're learning.
I definitely will.
Thank you so much. All right. Oh, wow. Again, that just really highlights the work that we do and why we do what we do. So I'm going to pivot just a little bit now, and I have the amazing Daryl Kilbert with me for the remainder of our show today, and I'm really excited to hear some of his perspectives. And you all may know Daryl Kilbert very well as a former superintendent, former CEO for one of our amazing charter schools. So, Daryl, how are you today?
I'm great. Thanks for inviting me, Dr. Williams. Glad to be here. First of all, I just want to say congratulations to Amari for
Yes.
such splendid work. And to the day, Dr. Williams, to the day and Amari, this would be my 50th graduation celebration from McDonough 35 to the day.
Wow.
The day. And I had the most humbling pleasure to be the commencement speaker for 35 last week.
Oh, that is so
And the
cool.
advice that I gave to young people, and I'd like to give to Amari as well, is to follow your dream, taking one step at a time, and don't settle for less.
I
And
love
in a
it.
few years from now, I expect Amari to pass the bar, okay, and not need a lawyer as opposed to some people who are behind the bar and needing a
Mm,
lawyer. She will be
mm,
those one of those people who are defending people who, in many cases, are oppressed
yep.
and need someone who understands exactly what's going on. So, congratulations, Amari, and I look forward to seeing you in the next few years.
Yeah, and I can absolutely
Thank
see
you.
all of that. Yes, yes, yes. Yeah, so Mr. Kilbert, you have been so gracious with your time serving on the steering committee with me along with some other stakeholders as we think about opening the Leah Chase School, planning to open the Leah Chase School. And you've been with our school district and affiliated with our schools for a very long time. So, what does it mean for this community for the district to open and run the Leah Chase School?
This is something that the community has been asking for quite some time since Hurricane Katrina, where the district became an all charter district, and you had uh, schools that were operated by different groups and different individuals. This says to the community that the elected body, the body that is designated to operate the educational opportunities for the young people in this community, now will have an opportunity to provide quality learning experiences for our young people, where there will be what I like to call the three R's that I always believed in, and that's rigor, relevance, and relationships. Those
Love it.
relationships are important, that the community can be involved. We know
Mhm.
we at the Leah Chase will be providing opportunities for young people with readiness so that they can be like Amari,
Yes.
and certainly giving them the rigor so that they can follow their dreams and become whatever it is that their hearts desire. So this is a fantastic opportunity. And then people can have the opportunity to be engaged and involved and have a place to come to and talk with people to provide their thoughts and also to learn, because after listening to the amazing principal and the amazing CAO and the amazing individual who is going to be doing the operations and providing those learning opportunities that are outside of the classroom. Again, this is what education is about. I'd like to call those wraparound services.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I can definitely feel the excitement. One thing that I've said several times is that it's rare that there's a standing ovation at a board meeting. And when when my board unanimously approved for us to move forward with this, there was a standing ovation, which made me feel good just to see that excitement around public education. Now, you mentioned that you gave the commencement speech last week to your Ron Eagles and gave them some amazing advice, it sounds like. So, as a seasoned educator, what advice would you give me as we plan for the future of NOLA Public Schools?
Well, I don't know if I'm going to give you any advice because you are doing all of the right things so
Oh,
far.
thank
You are
you.
engaging the community. You are accessible to the community and you're listening to the community. Many times people hear, but they don't listen. And when you're listening, you are using some of the activities or recommendations that our community is giving. It's been quite some time. It's been almost 15 years that the district has actually operated a school.
Yeah.
And in many instances, the opportunity to be involved, to be engaged, are limited. As a community member, one wants to feel like what I have to bring to the table is important, and
Mhm.
that the district is listening to people, and that too makes them feel important.
Mhm.
So long, we've had activities that just did not involve the community. And with this being a new school that I hear you call community, being involved in the community. This gives the people a chance to walk to the school or be around the corner from the school
Yeah.
and be engaged on the school, not just Monday through Friday, but on Saturday, because I know you're going to have some Saturday activities, before school activities, after school activities, summer
Absolutely.
activities. So again, when I can be as a community individuals with my child or children that I may have in school, then
Mhm.
that says to me, I am being heard. And that is the one piece of advice that I continue to give to you, what you have done since you've been here.
Mhm.
Made yourself accessible. You had a listening tour around the city. You continue to have that. We've had 3 listening sessions at the Leah Chase School. They have been well attended. People
Mhm.
asked some wonderful questions, and they got answers that made sense.
Yeah. Well, I appreciate that. And we have to keep making sure that we're connecting with the community and partnering with the community. And when I think about partnerships, you and I have had some great conversations. Can you share a little bit about the partnership that we've been discussing about SIAP and working with our higher ed partners as well?
Absolutely. SIAP, the acronym for the Southern Initiative Algebra Project, is a spinoff from the Algebra Project that many have heard about in past years. And what our goals are with SIAP is to provide professional development to individuals so that the teaching and learning process meets the needs of our young people. Too many times we want to get young people to learn the way we learn. And we
Mm,
have to meet them for where they are. We have to teach them
mm,
based upon their learning styles. So, with that being said, we offer professional development to teachers to address the needs of the young people based upon their learning style. And regardless of whether or not, whatever the curriculum may be, again, it's about the instructional delivery to our young people. In addition to that, SIAP provides opportunities to network with HBCUs, and in this particular case, it would be Xavier and Dillard. And because Xavier is so close to the Leah Chase School, then this would be a wonderful opportunity to engage the young people at the colleges and the College of Education to provide support to the school so that some tutoring opportunities are very possible and likely, and that the education department, this may be a spot that Xavier may want to bring some of his student teachers and get them engaged. And that may be a spot after they complete their student teaching for them to be employed with the New Orleans Public Schools, not necessarily just at Xavier, but we know there's a shortage of teachers. So again, this enhances our teaching and learning opportunities. In addition to that, we offer professional development for administrators. Certainly, we do not want to take over the school, but certainly want to be in partnership to offer some things that we know that are best practices that have worked in the past, and with a little tweaking, will certainly be an opportunity to provide the school leaders with some resources to put in their toolkit to become the amazing administrators that they are, even more amazing.
I love it. I love it. Well, I'm so grateful for the partnership and the support. And I know that's going to be an enhancement for all the work that can be done within the Leah Chase School. Those partnerships are so instrumental, and definitely look forward to them. And I appreciate you spending some time with me this morning.
Absolutely. This is a give back for me. To whom much is given, much is expected. And this is a part of my give back, because so much has been given to not only me, but the people in my generation from the New Orleans Public Schools. And certainly we are required to do the same for those who are up and coming.
Love it. I love it. Well, thank you so much. I'm looking forward to continuing our partnership as we move forward.
You may get tired of seeing me.
Okay, I hear you. But as I wrap up, I do want to just give a few more highlights for the Leah Chase School. As you know, the open enrollment will begin on June 5th. And we are opening kindergarten through fifth grade. And so if you've got a scholar out there that fits that grade range, then we would certainly love to see you at the Leah Chase School. So June 5th is when open enrollment begins. Also want to let the community know that we still have a few positions that we're hiring for. Grateful to our Board of Education for approving a salary increase for our teachers. Certified teachers now will begin at $57,000 if you're certified. So really looking forward to continuing to engage and interview teachers for the positions that we will offer. The Leah Chase School will have before and after care for the school day. We will begin operation on August 6th, and that will be for grades 1 through 5. And then our kindergartners will start the following week on the 13th. And this is open to any student in the New Orleans community. Again, grades K-5 for this first year. And we are what we consider a slow growth school. So we will add a grade level. Next year, we'll add pre-K. And of course, our fifth graders will become sixth graders and so forth. And so until we are a pre-K 8 school. So again, continue to stay in touch with us, follow us on social media, and we'll be continuing to push out more information. We're also doing a survey right now. And so check out our social media, because we'd love to hear from you about how you view our school district. What's your perspective of our school district? And also, I want to make sure that we provide an opportunity for you to ask me questions. So if you want to ask Avis something during Education Elevation, then simply email us at communications@nolapublicschools.com. Again, that's communications@nolapublicschools.com. And if you have any specific questions or topics that you'd love for me to cover, then I would certainly love to hear from you about that. And I do want to always mention that I hope everyone is taking good care of themselves. NOLA Public Schools has what we call our Mental Minute. We do have information, again, all across our socials, where we're just making sure that people are leaning into self-care and self-awareness. And this is whether you're talking about taking deep breaths and as far as breathing exercises, meditating, getting out and getting some fresh air, journaling, listening to music, so many ways that we can take care of ourselves. And that mental minute is extremely important for doing so. So as we begin to wrap up, just make sure you stay in the know. Follow us on our social media with Facebook, Instagram, and X, and watch and attend our board meetings, which are also streamed live via YouTube. And then follow me on social media. I'm at Dr. Avis Williams on Instagram and Facebook, and at Dr. Avis W on X. So would love to hear from you and see you in our socials as well. So as I wrap up for real this time, I do again want to say, just be kind to yourself, treat yourself well, and always remember, you can't give what you don't have. So let's continue to take good care of ourselves and of each other. This is Education Elevation, all things NOLA Public Schools, and I look forward to seeing you next month. Take good care.
This is your news update.